Hey guys, welcome back to Adventure Camping. Tactical Nut here, and today we're going to talk about a different kind of survival tool that I think you might find pretty cool. Alright, so what is this new survival tool that I'm talking about? Well, it's attached to here. Notice anything different? It's the laces. As you can see, now this one has a little rubber cover over it. This one does not. But under that little rubber cover, sorry, this looks a little awkward. It's a ferro rod. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. A ferro rod built into the shoelaces. Now, I have seen a lot of channels, a lot of things on Pinterest, YouTube and stuff where they teach you how to, one, replace your shoelaces with paracord, and then in the end of that paracord, put a small ferro rod. Well, this company just did it for you, so makes that a lot easier. The next thing they send is two of these, one for each pair. You got the little Survival Frog logo, and of course, if you notice, this top edge has been sharpened, right? Now what you're supposed to do with this piece is to put it on your shoe right here, so that in case you're ever in a survival situation and you don't have a knife, and if you don't have a knife, shame on you, you should always at least have a pocket knife, right? Well, at least you have now something to strike the fire with, or strike the ferro rod with. So what I'm going to do is get all the stuff set up. I got a bunch of sticks and stuff that I've collected from the yard. Oh, let me explain why these are not on my shoe. If you notice, the end of my shoe has this piece right here. And so what I tried to do was put it up here, but it was starting to fray the shoelaces pretty quickly. So I just took it off and I've just put them in my EDC bag. In case I get a different pair of boots that doesn't have this spot right here, I'll do that. Oh, and I will say that it was with this kind of boot. If you notice these kind of eyelets that Merrill makes on this shoe, these are really, really small. And so I had to take the little rubber caps off in order to feed it through, and it was still, and that took me a while to get these things through. So that's why they're still on the shoe. Also, because if I was in a survival situation, I'm not going to take the laces out of my boot to try to use this to start a fire in case I need to get moving and I don't want to lose them, right? So I'm going to get all the stuff set up, because that's not the fun part, and then we'll see what happens. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I got some stuff set up. I'm going to strike the fire on the top of the fire pit and then lower the shavings and little dust that I have gotten together so far. Put that down in it, throw on some extra tinder, get the flame a little bit bigger, and then start getting the sticks on fire. Now, like I mentioned, I'm not going to go ahead and build a huge full-fledged fire, because what I'm going to show you, if I can get it to this point, then I'll definitely would be able to, make a full-fledged fire. The real thing you just need to know is, do these survival laces get the most important step, which is getting the fire going. So I'll show you what I have going on right now. Alright, on that stick right here, I got a whole bunch of little shavings and dust that I scraped off of the fat wood that's right there. Also got a little bit of birch bark. Now I got all this stuff from Pine Fire Fat Wood, but this is stuff that is easily available where I live. Where I live, there's an abundance of pine trees and birch trees and stuff, and so if I was in a survival situation, these are the first two things I'm going to be looking for anyway, because I know these are awesome. Now, just to show you what this little scraper can do, is it won't just scrape the ferro rod. As you can see, you can also feather stick with it or shave your fat wood with it. So I think that should be enough to get this little party started. Let me back the camera up a little bit so I can get my foot up here, and so that you can see the whole thing as I try to do it. Now it is going to be maybe a little more awkward because I gotta have my foot up here. I don't know if this will help or hurt. Probably not do it as well. There we go. What I'll do is untie these. I'm not going to take it all the way off. I just need to get a little more length. Now these are really really long laces, so even if you had full height hiking boots, these would work. Mine are just a midsole. course, you got to scrape the coating on it. That's all. There we go. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. Well, even with the fatwood shavings, take a little more. Wow. Oh. Let's try. Not any better. Hopefully I can find a way to fast forward this. I can speed this part up for you. Come on. Oh, let me try something else. Well, this is getting disappointing, ladies and gentlemen. But it's better me to find this out here than you to find out when you're in the woods in a survival situation and realize maybe your survival item was more of a gimmick than a life-saving tool. Alright, let me scrape off some more fatwood dust and let's see if having that smaller, since I knocked a portion of it off, I got those more little bigger chips. Let me give that a shot. Alright, as you can see, I got a lot more of the shavings here. One warning to you. When you're using the scraper that they give you, careful how you hold it. It's one of those where it was digging into my finger and I didn't even know it. But just a data point. In case you don't have your... In case you were stupid and didn't bring your pocket knife like you're supposed to. Just doesn't seem to be enough to spark, and I can't get enough room to get some rapid succession like I was hoping I could. Wow, and that's already worn down a good bit of this. Now it's not even striking. That's kind of strange. And it just keeps cutting into my finger. Which, if you're in a survival situation, that's not good. Let's try. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this may not be the cool life-saving device that I thought it was going to be. I mean, you saw in the beginning, it was throwing decent sparks. I mean, for the size ferro rod it is, it was, you know, oh, look at that. Was just taking it off my shoe. The ferro rod came out. So, I think we can probably just go ahead and sum this one up. Cool in concept. Not so much in practice, right? I'm really disappointed. I have to say, I'm really disappointed. I really thought that these would do pretty well, but the size of the ferro rod doesn't give enough sparks, right? You ain't got enough range to do the rapid succession like I like to do sometimes. And of course this one that just came off, a little bit of a spark there. Let's try this. Ow! That razor blade part. Yeah. Okay, so Survival Frog, I'm sorry. You get a thumbs down on this one. Now I gotta put in my old shoelaces. These shoes, that ain't easy, and I don't like that. But this is a fail. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a survival product fail. And that sucks, because I really had high hopes for it. But, I mean, I've been wearing them around for a long time. Because my thought was, if I need it, it's there. I didn't want to use it up, because, you know, look how thin these things are. I didn't want to use it up just trying to practice with it. And there's a noticeable amount missing. Let's see if I can show you here. From that one, see how skinny the lump in it? So yeah, I mean, that's not good. Not good, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so sometimes not everything you see or think is going to be cool is, and that sucks sometimes. So hopefully this helps you in deciding whether you want to buy these and risk it yourself. It's up to you. In the meantime, be prepared with something other than a survival shoelace. And have fun. That's better. Took a few strikes. Still enough. That's why I like fire steels like these.